Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar workshop, our Facebook PPC workshop here with the Freedom-Preneur Movement and Academy. I'm really excited to have you guys here. Thank you for joining us. There's many of you guys that are here that were introduced by either one of our tribe members here in the Freedom-Preneur Academy and Movement, or you are a tribe member. We always want to welcome you guys. This was a private call, actually. We decided to open it up to the public. We had a lot of people asking, how is it that they keep seeing our Facebook ads and our faces all over the place, and how you actually do it. So we decided to actually bring a private workshop into the public. This is really a private, kind of a last-minute workshop we decided to do to release to our personal followers. We want to welcome you guys if you're chiming in from all over the world. We have a comment section on this page, so please, during this webinar, make sure that you guys are leaving some comments, sharing where you're coming in from, so that the whole world can see who we have coming in and joining us today. We've got people from all over the world that join us each and every single week, not only on our Freedom-Preneur Show, where we teach all different forms of marketing and really help you build a business online that you love, but we also have people from our personal tribe that we've been working with for years. And of course, we have a really special guest today, one of our Facebook experts inside of the tribe that's going to be teaching you guys a bit more about Facebook marketing. My name is Rhonda Swan, if you've never met me before, but I'm sure you've been seeing my face around Facebook quite a bit. So we want to really welcome you guys to this workshop. You know, we like to call ourselves Freedom-Preneurs, and of course, let me share with you what a freedompreneur really is, and this definition explains it the best. And make sure that you guys feel free to tap on the screen that is showing my slides. I'll not only be here with my face joining you all today, but I'll also have my slides running for the first half of this call. And then what we're going to do is we're going to really dig deep. We're going to go behind the shoulders of not only my personal account, but Bernie Martin, who is our Facebook expert here with our Freedom-Preneur Tribe, is going to show you guys some really specific techniques in Facebook that you could be missing, and how to leverage Facebook for not only your personal business, bringing in more eyeballs, more people into your personal business, but really how to leverage social media. But let me share with you first what I mean when I say freedompreneur, because some of you guys may be new to this definition. We like to call ourselves freedompreneurs because we are entrepreneurs, but we live by no other definition or expectation of society, but true only to our own paths of freedom. We squash conventional businesses and success formulas to write our own rules. I personally have been traveling around the world with my family for the last almost 9 years coming up, and we've been leveraging the online and the digital economy and utilizing social media to really share with the world what we're all about. You know, I've got some experience in this industry. It's been over 11 years, guys, that I have been working online. I am a social media and branding expert. I've actually been working with thousands of entrepreneurs all over the world, teaching them how to define what their core message is, take what their personal passions are, turn them into a profitable brand, and how to really truly share it with the world, utilizing techniques and strategies on social media, and how to really take their brand and connect with the right audience. You know, I've been a top income earner in over 4 different companies that I've worked with. We've been the top income earners, generated multiple 7 figures in the online space, and have helped thousands of other people generate similar incomes, but also, more importantly, guys, to build a business and a life that they love. You know, we can talk a bit about the kind of money people make, and certainly our students and our tribe members have generated incredible amounts of income, but to me it's not the income that they make, it's the life that they've been able to create and the sustainability that they've got leveraging the digital economy and the online world, and how to really find that right customer that connects with their message. You know, everyone has a different definition of freedom. You know, my definition of freedom, guys, is that I've been able to travel the world and live an incredible life, and that my business sustains and fulfills what I need. And so today I want to ask you guys to start off with this, you know, before we begin this training, is really, what does freedom mean to you? And what would it take for you to start living your perfect day, start living your perfect life? What kind of income is that going to take? And we're going to assist you guys today in really defining not only how to use Facebook, but start beginning to think, how could I package or productize myself a passion that I may have and turn it into profits. That's something that I love to do, and I want to help you guys do that. We're going to touch a bit of that today. And at the end of this workshop today, guys, this is, of course, a full value-based workshop. We will be able to invite you guys to join us in a 4-week workshop at the very end of this call that we've got today. Let me make sure that my slides are working properly. All right, here we go. Awesome. Cool. All right, cool. So let's, you guys are in the right place if you are here to learn how to use Facebook ads to build your following, connect with the micro niches. See, this is a big thing. Micro niches, guys. So many people are fishing in such a huge pond, looking for the big, broad scale of audience when you could have a very specific targeted niche. You might be a stay-at-home mom, or you might be a fisherman, or a dog trainer, right? Or like my husband Brian, a surfer. There are micro niches out there, guys, that you can connect with to sell your programs or products that are only connected to you. And we're going to share with you guys how to target that specific niche, how to find them on Facebook, because that's what we love about Facebook. It allows you to really hyper laser beam focus and target your specific niche. And more specifically, how to get more eyeballs on your offers. If you don't have eyeballs, or you don't have traffic, you don't have business, right? If you're using Facebook just for fun, you're not making any money. So we're going to show you guys how to do that today, how to build a custom audience, and then how to retarget that audience. I want to give you guys a little bit of insight right now. You may have seen a video of mine, but then all of a sudden you're like, why is Rhonda chasing me all over Facebook? Well, it's called retargeting, and Bernie's going to share with you guys how we do that and how you guys can find your audience and make them go, gosh, I just have to click on what they have because you keep chasing them around. That's called retargeting. And then more importantly, guys, how to get less than one, well, it's hard to get less than 1 cent, but up to low as 1 cent video views on your ads and on your videos, and to really maximize that. So of course I mentioned to you guys, I'm bringing out our tribe expert Bernie Martin out today. We've known Bernie actually for several years. He's been working with a lot of businesses all over the online space, but more importantly, he's actually been digging deeply into small businesses, bands, restaurants, companies, and showing them how to find their target audience utilizing Facebook. And most recently, the last several months, Bernie's been tapping into our accounts, and the results that we have not only seen within our personal brand, Unstoppable Family, Unstoppable Mama, but our Freedom-Preneur Movement brand has been exposed all over the world. And I'm going to bring Bernie out in a minute, because Bernie's actually going to tap into some of the accounts and show you guys some of the techniques and the specifics. But it's good to have you here, Bernie. I see you in there. I'm going to bring you out in a minute to introduce you to the world and share with you guys some of the specifics. But what I want to tap into, guys, right now is kind of just go through some statistics on Facebook and why we're really here. Because, of course, there's over 7.6 billion people in the world, and 2.2 of them are on social media. But most importantly, guys, 1.4 billion, their monthly active users are on Facebook. Facebook is where the world is playing, and this is why we are really hyper-focusing on utilizing Facebook. I always tell my students that, if you're going to pick one or 2 ways to market you or your business, you got to find the ones where people are playing at. And right now, Facebook, guys, is not going away. It is the best thing since sliced bread, and it's really the spot where you guys can not only maximize your visibility, but really get in front of the people that want to hear your message. And Facebook is, people right now are really looking into and connecting with brands. Facebook is allowing social brands to be more exposed to the world. I recently was doing a study, and I spoke in Dubai, and I was sharing with them that the most recent study was that online marketers were actually asked what they'd prefer to buy from. Was it a personal brand or a logo or a company? And more than 78% of people said they'd rather buy from a personal brand because it has a heartbeat. Facebook has allowed your brand and your heartbeat to be exposed to the world, and there's no question that this is where we want to play. So let's go through right now, guys, some of the common mistakes that many of you could be making, and mostly that we see a lot of Facebook marketers are making. And let's see if you guys have kind of can attest to some of these or go, yep, I've done some of this. And we're going to address these today. But the number one mistake is actually not knowing what your target market is that shooting kind of out in the world, like that shotgun theory, hoping that you're going to hit someone. Guys, this right now is the biggest budget breaker, and while we see so many people wasting time, money, and energy using Facebook or using any form of marketing, not understanding what your target market or your niche is. So we're going to help you guys dig into that. Second one is sounding like a slimy sales guy. Now, no one likes to buy from someone that is super pushy and looks like this guy. Car salesmen, they don't work on Facebook. So what we're going to do, if we get time today, is really share with you a bit more about the messaging on Facebook, how to connect with your audience and get people to click on your ads or to connect with you and want to find out more what you have to offer. You know, we've got thousands of followers on Facebook, you know, connected with all of our brands, over 50,000 unique visitors. These are not people that just click on us because they or follow us because they, you know, they were forced to or because of an ad. It's because they truly engage with our brand, and it's because we're not a slimy sales guy. We actually have a core message that we share, and people want to find out what we have to offer. And we're going to teach you guys how to do that. Third mistake is forgetting to use a tracking pixel in your ads. This is a big one. And Bernie, I know, is going to talk and touch on this, because if you don't have a tracking pixel, guys, you're missing that audience. You're not grabbing that information from your audience, and you're wasting marketing dollars. Fourth is a boring headline. Super sucky headlines, guys. You could be having some of the best ads, or maybe even in your emails, in your Facebook ads, and if your headlines are sucky, people are not going to open them or engage with you. So we want to make sure that we're addressing how to create a great headline that makes people go, wow, I want to know more about this, or I want to read more. I want to see more on this post or this image ad, and open up your post so they can learn more about you. And number 5 is failing to convert your fans to email subscribers. This is a huge one. Many of you guys might have a lot of fans that are on your Facebook pages or even in your social media, Instagram, Twitter, but you're not converting them to emails. Guys, if you are not grabbing an email, all you're doing is playing on Facebook, and you are wasting time. We like to say that we post with purpose, we post ads with purpose, and if you can't turn them into an email subscriber, how are they going to buy from you? So we want to really make sure that we are addressing all of these issues today, and I know that Bernie's going to dig deeply into that, but I just most recently shared this graphic as well. It's the dead zone, right? And most people don't know what the dead zone is for your posting on your social media, and we want to know when is our best time to maximize the dead zone on social media. And I'm gonna make sure that you guys get this graphic, because it's powerful. I actually did a test in my postings, and because I live here in Bali, it's 8 a.m. right now. For most of you guys, it's 8 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time zones, and wherever you are in the world, you have to look at and accommodate these time zones for your normal posting time. And I did a test, and it was 100% true. I've been setting my alarm, waking up in the middle of the night sometimes here in Bali, so I can make sure that I make my posts, or I'm setting them up on a scheduler to make sure that my posts are going out at the normal time zones that is the highest activity, especially on Facebook. And you'll see massive results when you understand the best times when you're going to be able to post on Facebook. So, all right, so I'm not going to waste any more time, because I said to everyone that I was going to bring out Bernie today. So Bernie's going to kind of do some over-the-shoulder teaching for you on Facebook and how to really maximize it. Bernie, why don't you come on out here? I'm going to have you jumping out first and
All right, I am here. Rhonda, you just kind of disappeared, and I think, oh, perfect. You just disappeared and went quiet. So I'm so excited to be here because Rhonda asked me to speak again, do another little webinar, and so many people last time were like, oh, I loved it, I got so much value, but my Facebook was just flooded with questions. People just wanted more. So Rhonda's like, let's do another one. Let's give them some more. So I'm like, fine, let's do it. So I sat down and I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And we only have an hour. I don't know how long we're going here, but I started writing stuff down and going through how I could talk about it, and I could probably talk for 5 hours on stuff, and it would probably just confuse everybody. So I decided I'm going to back it up, and I'm going to start right from the beginning. So, and that comes right down to understanding your target market even before getting into posting an ad. A lot of people get really excited about posting an ad and they get to that process without really understanding who they're targeting. So I'm going to share some slides with you, go through some stuff. I'm going to share my screen and just take you a little bit behind the scenes of what you can be doing for your business. I know I've gotten all kinds of messages today from all types of businesses, whether you are online or offline. It doesn't matter. It just comes down to your targeting needs to be different, and you need to understand who your audience is. And I can't go through everybody's specific niche, but I will go through a few just so you can kind of relate to yours and go from there. So
I'm really excited. Before you switch your, as you're switching your slides, you know, this is what I love the most is we really decided, you know, we work very personally with our personal tribe, our Freedom-Preneur tribe, and this is what we're doing this training really for, is what we're going to be able to do, guys. Although today Bernie can't really dig deeply into your personal accounts or really look at what your personal niches are, you're going to have that opportunity to do that because we're going to be opening up. We have a few spots left in our workshop that we're going to dig into at the very end. So make sure that you stay to the very end because we have a really special workshop. We have a few seats open that we opened up to the public so that we can take a look at what is your specific niche, what is your target market, and what are you marketing so that we can help you guys maximize your Facebook marketing. So I'm really excited to have you to share with these guys today. You know, our private tribe, if you guys would like to share this right now, feel free to share this on Facebook so you can get more people. A lot of you guys may have a business or maybe you're part of a network marketing company, you want to share this with your team. This will be a full value-based show today and webinars. We want to make sure that you're able to really share the love with others because that's what we're about, sharing the love and the knowledge that we have. So I'm excited, Bernie. I'm just going to let you take this over and then I'll come back at the end and we're going to watch for questions. No, guys, if you do have questions, we will be housing questions today. So we are here for you and excited to really help you guys connect with your market. So, Bernie, ready to rock and roll, my friend?
Yes, yes. I am. I'm going to share my slides now. I'm going to attempt to. So let's see how this PowerPoint wants to come up. Start share.
Hey, that's my face.
And can you see my screen there, Rhonda?
Yeah, your screen is showing. You can toss it onto your full screen, but right now you're looking good.
And you can see the future of business.
Yeah.
Awesome, and that should be full screen now.
Perfect.
All right, guys,
Everyone's excited.
All right, so the future of business is social. I strongly believe this because that's just where things are going. And if you're on this webinar, you're obviously on Facebook and you understand a little bit about Facebook, but I'm going to get into a little bit deeper. So about me, I'll just talk a little bit. That's me, Bowie, in the river. My history is dog training. I used to own a dog daycare. And I wanted to just share a little story about when I was a dog trainer about 6 years ago. I actually was sitting at my desk. I had no clients. I had nobody coming in for the week or the month, and no money. So I was freaking out a little bit. I'm like, what do I got to do to get some clients to know who I am? And I look up and I see this box of business cards. There's probably 1,000 in there, 1,000 minus 10 because of ones I'd handed out for over the course of a couple months, and I decided those are doing no good there. So I made it a goal of mine for that weekend to hand out 500 business cards. And what I did, because I'm competitive, over the course of 2 days, I handed out 500 business cards. I went to dog parks. Everybody I saw with a dog, I would kind of spark up conversation, give them a card. I would be driving down the road. If I saw somebody walking their dog, I would stop and get out, give them a card. I'd go to Starbucks, everywhere. Everyone I saw a dog, I would give them a card. And after that weekend, I probably spent 8 hours a day handing out cards. And the next Monday, I sat back and I'm like, I'm just going to wait, and just the calls are going to come in. And 6 years later, I'm still waiting for calls to come in from that time spent handing out business cards. And today I want to share the benefits of social media and what I learned from this exercise of business cards. What happened was I keep getting an error that wants to force quit Power Editor. So hopefully you can still hear me. My computer did just freeze.
Yeah, Bernie, we can still hear you.
Okay, cool. So my computer just froze, so I'll just wait to see if it's going to come to life again. So out of these business cards, what I realized a few years later was I was targeting the wrong audience. I was targeting people with dogs, but what happened was I had a service of training, and the people that were out and about with their dogs tended to be people that didn't need training, because it was the people that were out without their dog that needed the training. So I was targeting the complete wrong audience. Now, with Facebook, we can get into that. We can do some market research into who our clients are and how to target them. We can do market research, which I'm going to show you if my computer wants to cooperate for me. Sorry, guys. Rhonda, can you just take that over for a bit?
Yeah, this is the typical happenings in a webinar where you're just looking to share, and of course your computer freezes. It's interesting. I love what you're sharing though, Bernie, is because when I actually started my business, guys, I've been working online for over 11 years. When I started, there was no Facebook, there was no social media, there was no YouTube, nothing was available. And what I did is very similar to what Bernie said, is I actually would go out and take, I did flyers and signs. Now I was actually running my business online, but I didn't have any social, there was no social media. So I actually had a website that I'd send people to, and they made phone calls, left me messages, go figure. And I would actually go out and put signs all over car windows and put up Corplast signs to run my business. And right when YouTube came out, my business exploded because I started leveraging, more eyeballs, more people. And I just started doing video and putting up my videos into YouTube, and I didn't even understand how to keyword at the time. But when I started to actually understand how to find the people that were looking for specific videos, especially when YouTube was hot because Facebook wasn't even around, is we were able to start targeting people that wanted to work from home, people that wanted to make more money online. And this is something that people were searching for. So when you start looking at Facebook and you're actually able to place an ad and dig all the way deeply down into who is my specific audience? Are they women? Are they men? What is their age group? What is their income levels? Then you're able to really specifically target who you want to work with. And in the beginning, I didn't have that. So now all of a sudden your business, it completely can explode because you've got that type of targeting that you can really focus on. Bernie, do you want to jump in here?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that. Everything just froze. Okay. Yeah. So what I was talking about is market research for your business and understanding who your audience is. I spent time going out and tracking down these people with dogs, and I realized later on that wasn't my audience. And this might be what you are doing with Facebook ads. You are going after people that don't even want what you want. Now, when it comes to posting some ads, it comes down to, it's a huge funnel, and it starts before posting an ad. So I am going to, again, go into share my screen and pull up something that you can do on your own. It should be
good to go.
Good to go. So if you look at, I'll pull a PowerPoint up later on once I get this up, and you can take a screenshot of it. But if you go to facebook.com/ads/preferences, and as long as you're logged into Facebook, it will pull up your ad preferences. And what this is it is how Facebook targets you. So you're going to see different ads than me. You're going to see different ads from your neighbors. It comes down to what you click on. So if you go to this ad/preferences, you will see how you are targeted. And so some of them are pretty funny. You're like, how am I targeted for that? But if I go into education, there's a bunch of random stuff here, performance, graphics, and if you go beside it, it'll say you are seeing this ad because you clicked on an ad related to graphics. So at some point, I may have clicked on an ad. Now, the one that I like the best is people. And what happens is, and the reason this is so important is a lot of times, if you look at your business and you're trying to figure out who your audience is, and a lot of people struggle with this, a lot of times your audience is you. It's similar interests to you. What do you like to read? What do you like to listen to? Who do you follow? A lot of times the people that you business with are so you go into your preferences. So here I have like Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Ferriss, and there are just a ton of different people in here. And when you're posting ads, you can use this to spark ideas of maybe who you want to target with your ads. Because sometimes people get stuck with the same Tim Ferriss. I'm going to do Tim Ferriss, and he's very well known, and I know a lot of people target him. And when the more people that target him, the more expensive your ads are going to be. So just going through some of these preferences will give you an idea of who you are, and it might help with understanding your audience. Also, if for some reason you want to see certain ads, you can put in, you can add preferences here. So if you want to see more comedy stuff, you could put comedy in. If you don't want to see something, you can go to, so I'll go into here, and let's say Jedi as a religion. So I liked a page related to Jedi. So if I don't want to see that, I can hit this, and I just removed it now. So I will no longer see ads related to that. So if you're ever frustrated with stuff, you can go in and you can edit all of this. So that is preferences. So I will, so just go through that. We'll put that link up somewhere, and you can, it'll spark some ideas of what you may want to be targeting, and I will show you in a little bit here what I mean by that and what interests mean and how you can understand maybe a certain audience. So some people will target Tim Ferriss, but you really want to understand what the Tim Ferriss audience does, who they are, what age are they, and to really understand what kind of an ad you should be posting. So I will go into my other account. So I have an account here set up that I can do some stuff without showing some private information on people. Oh, Pinwheel of Death. So what you should do before you are posting an ad is writing down who your audience is. So male, female, what do they read? This is a big one. It's great for targeting. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to come back here. My computer is being really slow. Sorry. So while I can't, I've lost you too, Rhonda.
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Now I can hear you.
You aren't able to share your screen?
No, I've completely lost Google Chrome, which is, so if you're doing ads, it's good to use Google Chrome because of Power Editor. So I'm going to just open up another window and try to do this in Firefox.
Yeah, that's the luxuries of working going live. You know, we love to do these live workshops for you guys just because they are real and live and in person. We've got a lot of, Bernie actually does a full training course inside of our Freedom-Preneur Academy that really goes deeply into the specifics, and it's frozen in time, so there's no interruptions. But I think these live workshops are extremely valuable for you guys. So I believe you guys will get a lot out of it once we get rocking. I know many of you guys have some questions that we can start to answer. Why don't you make sure you guys posting up your questions so we can take a look and see if we can get all these answered today. We will take the time to do that, given the amount of time that we have. And then you guys will also be able to work directly with us one-on-one. Let's take a look and see some of the questions we have. How you doing over there, Bern?
All right, I am doing better now. So I will use Firefox, and I will share my screen.
Perfect.
Sharing screen now. All right, here we go. We're going to be good now.
Yep, you're good to go.
So this is, let me just back up a little bit here to a regular news feed so that when you're coming from your Facebook, you're logged in, this is what you see. You see your news feed. I don't have much on here because this is just kind of a test account just so that I can use this to show you some stuff. So you go to the top right, you go to this little arrow thing, you click that, and you go down to Manage Ads. Click on that. And what this will do, it opens up Ads Manager. And if you posted ads any time in the last month or last year or whatever, everything has changed. The last few months have been crazy with Facebook. They've changed stuff all the time. You'll go in, and a lot of times you get frustrated because they've moved something just a little bit. So when you get here, you go to this little menu up here. So this is going to be your friend. This is where, if you've been in here before, this is where everything is now. You hit that, go down to All Tools, it pulls up this other menu, and everything is here. We have Audience Insights, we have Business Manager, Ads Manager, Power Editor. So Ads Manager is where you can place ads, and Power Editor is the same thing, but you have much more, there's so many more options. So when I do my ads, I use Power Editor, and when we do the workshop, we're going to be diving into Power Editor because it's way more powerful than Ads Manager. And then we have audiences and pixels, which Rhonda spoke a little bit on, which we will touch on as well closer to the end. But really what I want to dive into is Audience Insights. I find a lot of people jump right past this plan part. They go right to Create and Manage. And they miss this big step. So click on Audience Insights. And this is where you can see everything about a certain audience. If you've never been in here before, you should spend a lot of time just playing around. There's some really interesting stuff that you can come up with. When you get to this screen, everyone on Facebook or people connected to your page, it doesn't matter which one you click because you can change it later on. So just click on everyone on Facebook. And now we have a whole bunch of bars and all kinds of information and data. Don't get overwhelmed by it. We're going to go through a bunch of these steps. So here we have location, and right now I have United States, just because I want to show you some extra features that you can only do with United States. And then you have your ages, you have interests, and you have a whole ton of stuff down the side where you can play around with your audience. So I'm going to start with, right now we have United States, we have 150 million to 200 million monthly active people. That's a ton of people. This is just the United States. And you can see the percentage of age where they are. This is kind of normal for a lot of audiences to have the higher group, 25 to 34. And Rhonda was saying, there's so many people here on social media. Everyone's using it. This is a place to be. And that's true, but it means that your stuff is going to get lost very quickly as well if you're not able to stand out in that crowd. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go into interests, and I'm going to type in an interest. So I'm going to go with Tim Ferriss. All of us know who he is. And now you'll see everything changed. And when I went into Tim Ferriss, I tested a couple of things, and I was actually really surprised by it. But the audience went down to 400 to 450,000 active people, and you see the age, it changed. There's a lot younger audience here. Now we can go down, and we can start to see more information about this audience. So what Facebook did is they take these people, they find out what's common with them, and they break it down into some random, they've got lifestyle stuff here, and some of it's pretty funny. And they've kind of grouped people into different sections. So they've got the apple pie families, or upper middle class couples with school-age children. Their homeowners often drive minivans and listen to the radio. So you have a big part of the audience are those people. And if you go through these, you can read some fairly interesting things about who your audience is. And this might help spark some ideas of the content you want to put into your ad. Now, scroll down a little bit further, and we can see that 52% of them are single. So this, again, might trigger some things of maybe I want to target single people with my ad. And you can do that. Let's say if you, actually right now I'm just going to show you some of this information. But what you can do is I could actually click on this single, and then it would just start targeting single people. I don't want to try not to lose people here. I just want to go through some of this information. It's just valuable information. And we have college. 73% of this audience went to college, 21 high school. And then we go down even further, and we have job titles. So I'm just going to select audience, just so it goes from highest to lowest, and we can kind of go through these. Administrative, sales, management, production. And now you can understand where your audience, what they're doing for jobs. So maybe you want to target people in sales or management, and you have an ad that is speaking directly to those people. We'll go back to the top. So that's all under demographics. Under page likes, we go here. These are the top categories for the Tim Ferriss audience. Top author, Tim Ferriss, obviously. Top entrepreneur, Gary Vaynerchuk. And then we have fictional character, McLovin. Product, service, Xbox. So this is just information. Movies that this audience likes: Superbad, Jackass, Step Brothers, athletes. So you can target these people if it's kind of a good fit for what you want to do. And then page likes down here are these are pages that are in common with the Tim Ferriss. So obviously Tim Ferriss is going to be high. The Tim Ferriss audience is going to be high for that page because it's the same people. But I won't. Let's go back into location. Top countries is going to be US, obviously. So here are where these people are. These people are in New York, Chicago. It's kind of the main ones, and you can see exactly where everyone is, and you can target these if you want. If you want to just do New York, you could select this, and then it would change everything again. Again, I'm just going to quickly go through some of these top, and then I'll show you how to narrow down your search, because we don't want to, up here we have 400,000 people, we wouldn't want to target just this audience. Activity of these people. Now, this is very good information. We have the lifetime of this audience, the median number of page likes that this audience has is 63. So the people in this audience like 63 pages. You want to go to the far side and look at how many ads are clicked. So 37, they're clicking 37 ads a month. This is in the last 30 days. This is what people are doing. Some audiences that you'll find here will be as low as 10 or even 8. And the lower that number, the less likely that audience is going to be to click on your ads. So great information there. And then we can go down and we can see where people are. Our 57% are on desktop and mobile. 43 or 42 are just on mobile, which that's going to start getting higher and higher. And so that's important to understand. Again, you need a good mobile experience for your people. When you're in the US, when you're targeting just the US, there's these two options: household and purchase. Now, if you target Canada or somewhere else outside of the US with your stuff, you won't be able to click on these. And the reason for that is this information here is not collected through Facebook. Facebook actually gets this information from a third party. So you can see this audience where they're at. You can see the largest, this is the income. 30% is between $50,000 and $75,000 a year, and you've got it all the way up to over 500. Over here we have home ownership, and we have how many people are owners, how many are renters. Now if you're selling real estate, well, maybe you want to be targeting renters, encouraging them to maybe purchase a house. I know a lot of people that are using that strategy and working very well. And then we have number of adults and children, how many people in a household, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and home value. Now again, this might not directly relate to what your business is, but again, it's good information if you can get inside the head of your client. What are they doing? Where do they live? And where are they spending their money? Down at the bottom, we have information on how people spend their money. So there's any card, bank cards, gas, and then we have primarily cash and primarily credit card. Now some audiences, credit card is so much higher than cash. Over to purchase. Down to purchase behavior, we'll go to selected audience, and you can see where people are spending their money. And this audience likes to spend their money on clothes, food and drink, and subscriptions, services, health and beauty. Pet products is low with this one, surprisingly. Sometimes that is really high. So I'm going to go back to demographics again. And at any point through this process, you can click. So here I could click on, if I want to target just, let's say, men, this 42%, I could click on that, and now you see everything changed. So now my audience is just focusing on these people. And if we look up here, now we're down to 100K and 150K monthly users. Now if I scroll down, everything else will have changed. Everything in page likes, location, activity, all of that data will have changed anytime I click on something. I scroll down, I can get into lifestyle again. We still have apple pie families at the top, but the percent changed a little bit. Some of this order changed a little bit. Relationship status, again, we can go, let's say we want to just target the single people in this audience. I can click on that. Now you see everything else go away. Now we are targeting just the single men in that area. We're down to 45,000 to 50,000. We can keep going. Again, this all changed. Apple pie families went down. Career building went up. Career building is made up of young childless singles. They are a mix of mobile renters and full-time or first-time homeowners living in condos and single-family houses. Just some information, and then you could go, I just want the college ones, and again everything will change. Went back to apple pie families, and then job titles. Let's see where we're at. Majority sales, management, production, and administrative. You'll often see those, a lot of those on the top. And again, we can click on, let's say, sales. Now we're narrowing it down, further and further and further. We're down to 5 to 6K now. Now this is really narrow. Now some people will argue on how big of an audience you should have for an ad, but to me it doesn't really matter. You can get really small. Now this 5 to 6K, we have a strong understanding of who these people are. Now you wouldn't run an ad to this audience with a huge budget for a long period of time, because you'll reach them a million times. The frequency of your ad to these people will go really high, and people will get annoyed by you popping up all of the time. So, but you could get a really targeted ad to these people. And sometimes, if you get too low, you'll get this. It's not showing me page likes just because there's not enough information. There's not enough people in that audience anymore for them to give you that info. We'll check to see if location. So location, top cities, New York. Now, if at any time you want to change any of this stuff, you can go over to the side. Anytime there's a little, see this little circle there? And then down here by advanced, there's another circle. By relationship, there's a circle. That means that you have something entered in there. And you can go in, so on work, there's a little circle, and I have sales. So I could uncheck that if I wanted to. If I want to get back to that normal default. And I could go and uncheck single if I wanted to and get some of this information back. Now, once you go through all of this, I want you to spend some time in here just looking around. You'll find some really interesting things. You can go and you can hit save, and you can save this audience. And what it'll do is you put a name in here, and you can now, when we get into Power Editor, it will allow you to target that audience that you created. So it takes out that process of creating an audience when you're creating your ad, and you just select this. So you can go through and you can create as many audiences as you want during this process, and you can always open it up and edit it and change it as well. Now I'm going to get rid of Tim Ferriss, and I'm going to get rid of all of the options that I put in there just to bring it back to its default. And now we should, the age, I'm going to go all gender, going to bring it back down to 18 and all the way up to 65. So this is all of US again. Now, somebody asked me about, they had a chiropractor business, and they wanted to figure out how they could promote it. And I did a little bit of research here, and I found something kind of interesting. So he told me that the audience was primarily middle-aged women, about 80% of the audience was that, and athletes. So funny enough, I was talking to my brother the other day, and he said he went to his chiropractor, and his chiropractor told him that if, as long as CrossFit doesn't go out of business, then he will be in business. And he said a lot of his clients, they do CrossFit because they're maybe not doing things right, and they're rushing things and they get hurt. So you could maybe target CrossFit as one of your audiences. But I typed in, see if I can find this again, chiropractor and chiropractic techniques. Now these interests, there's only, you can't just make up anyone. It has to be stuff that Facebook already has in there, so you can kind of type around and see what's in there. The reason maybe like my name wouldn't show up in there because I don't have a big enough following. But I put in chiropractic treatment techniques, which is very interesting information here. The demographic is pretty crazy. I've never seen a chart like this where 55 to 64, the audience is so big. Now, with there's not a huge audience on Facebook, but there's a huge audience over here, and there's a huge audience down here of men. So what's happening here? I don't know. If there's a lot of older women that are sore, and their maybe sons or someone else is concerned and maybe looking around. But if this were your audience, you would not want to target all of this age group with a single ad. Why? Because you're talking to all kinds of different people. So you might want to take the 45 to the 65 and target them with an ad that's talking a little bit more about directly to them, and then maybe an ad for the 18 to 34 or 40 and target them with a separate ad. So again, this information, if you were to just create an ad through Ads Manager or Power Editor, you could choose chiropractic treatment techniques, but you wouldn't really understand who the people are. So anytime you're creating an audience, I recommend going through this process and saving that and then using it. So I am going to back out of this again. All right, I am back. So audience insights, I'll pull up my PowerPoint just so you can see how to go through that. You can maybe take a screenshot of it.
Yeah, you know, Bernie, this is really great. I think that this is the area, I'm glad that you really touched on this, because I think this is the area that a lot of people, they overlook. They just want to jump right in and start placing ads. But when you really understand your audience, what they do, how they think, you know, something like what you discovered under Tim Ferriss, that most of his followers are single. You know, that's something, that is a really specific piece of information that you, to know exactly what those followers are, you know, that Tim Ferriss group you're really looking to target. Knowing that kind of information is really, specific information can help people really target their audience. So I think that's something that a lot of people overlook, is just using the audience insights. And you know, I think for especially many of our members that are going to be part of the workshop, you know, is that something that they were really looking to understand, is how to really narrow down deeply. So I'm glad that you went over that. As you're switching back to your PowerPoint, there's many of our members that are going to be part of the workshop, you know, is that something that they were really looking to. There we go. I had to mute myself out for a minute there. But what we'll do is we'll get to some questions in a minute. Why don't you go back, because I know you want to share some more specific stuff about Ads Manager. Go back to that, and then why don't you guys make sure that you do write some specific questions down so we can get those handled. I know that there was a couple that I started answering as well, which was you know, about how to schedule posts. Make sure that you take a look at that, and if we didn't get that answered for you, Inge will make sure that we do that. Then we can show you some of those, get some of those answers for you. You good there, Bern? I can see your, okay, perfect.
I can see my screen there. So here is audience insights. Just actually take a screenshot of this. This is just what we went over. This is how you get to that audience insights. So on your home page, left corner, hit that arrow, go to Manage Ads, and then click on the button at the top, Facebook Ads, and then All Tools and Audience Insights is right there. So that is, and once you get into it, you will see this, and then you can start your process through that. And once you have your audience, you have to solve the problem. So this is the next step in the chain. You've now figured out who your audience is, you know where they live, what they do, what magazines they read, who they look up to. Now you have to figure out what their problem is. Because that's what business is you find a problem and you solve it. And people will pay for solutions for things. I'm not going to get into the new features. I have a couple new features. But yeah, audience insights is one of the steps that most people miss. So when you're going through the process, that's the first step of the funnel. Then creating content around your audience and an image. Image is key. Rhonda talked about some of the main things that people miss when they are creating content. And one of them is a good image. One of them is the headline. A lot of times people, they get too salesy. When you're posting an ad, people are like, oh, I'm posting an ad, I need to sell, 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 sell. That's not the case. You want to get people to know, like, and trust you, so giving people value. Too many people are afraid to give value away to people because they're afraid that they won't come to them and buy from them. But the thing is, if you give almost all of your information away for free, they'll just want to come to you and they'll want to learn more. And most people, they'll get all of this information, they'll know it, but they won't know how to implement it, and they will come to you to implement it. So don't be afraid to post ads with lots of value on it. Now, I'm going to quickly take you inside of pixels, because I know Rhonda talked a little bit about this at the beginning. It's one of the big mistakes that people make about not tracking and the people that go to their page. Now, some of you might not know what a pixel is. Some of you might be thinking about cameras. That's completely fine. I will take you in and show you that. Start screen share. So back to our main menu, and we have where our audience insights was. We can go to pixels. We'll click on that. We'll leave page. Actually, this might take me to, yeah. For most of my stuff, I use Power Editor. We're not going to get into Power Editor right now, just because it has more options. But Ads Manager, if you're just getting started, it's the most user-friendly because it will tell you exactly what to do and what you need to do. So here, because this isn't just kind of a test account, I don't have anything in here right now, so this is perfect because if you haven't went in and done anything, you'll see the exact same thing. So under pixels, we have, it tells you, create and install your pixel, create custom audiences, track them. So I am going to create a pixel. Oops, something went wrong. But you will go into here and again, that's my computer being slow. But you'll go into here, and it will give you a pixel code. So what a pixel is it is a piece of code, a whole bunch of letters and numbers and dashes and stuff, and you want to take that and copy and paste it into the header of your website. Now, if you have no clue how to do this, go to whoever made your website and just tell them what you want to do. Copy and paste it in Facebook Messenger and just send it to them and say, can you put this in the header of my website? Now, if you're using ClickFunnels or lead pages or something like that, there's a section for header code, and just place that code in there. And then I'm not going to get into this now because it is a huge topic. It's in our workshop. We're going to be talking about where to place them and how to place them. And then what happens is every time somebody goes to your website, if you have a tracking pixel on it, it will create a list of that person's Facebook ID. And what happens is you can start to retarget those people with other ads. So I will tell you a little secret about what I do with a lot of my ads is I'll start with a video, and it will be a value-based video, and we will send it to our target audience, but then I will also create an ad which targets the people that have viewed that video. So now you're sending a video to a very, very niche specific audience because we created that in Audience Insights already. And then you target these viewers with maybe a bit more direct salesy ad because they know who you are already. They've seen your video, they know, like, and trust you, so giving that value. So this type of way of doing it is a two-step process, having two ads running, one to just give value, and the second one is to kind of push them through the door. So, Rhonda, do you have anything to...
Yeah, this is really great topic to bring up, because I know that everyone here that is probably on this webinar, we wanted to do this specific test for you so you can see live and in color, right? Is that many of you saw my eyeballs video, right? The one that had me discussing and talking about getting more eyeballs on your posts. And of course, you got to see that video, and whether you clicked on a link or not, we were able to actually capture your details. We found out your information from Facebook. Facebook gives us a lot of information. We were able to connect and grab your information. So now what we did is simultaneously, we also had another image ad that invited you to this workshop, and it was a picture of me laying on my bed with my computer, and it said over the shoulder workshop. How many of you guys that are on this webinar now saw that or went through that exact same process? Because what we did is we can give you more of a value-based video, and then you got a image ad that said, join us on this next workshop. We're going to show you guys exactly how to leverage and utilize Facebook, right? You all saw that, and then you were able to then opt into this webinar, and you went to our webinar page. This is the exact process that Bernie's talking about. And we do this now. We've been recently doing this. Bernie, we've been really doing a lot of retargeting video ads, retargeting image ads for the last like 3 months now, right? Really heavily.
Yes, yeah.
And most people are seeing this like, wow, okay, you're right. I've seen their Freedom-Preneur Show video, and then I'm seeing their Freedom-Preneur image ad on the right-hand sidebar. I'm seeing this Facebook post video, and then the image ad. And we're going to continue to do this more consistently. Most of you guys are here. Most of you guys are part of our tribe. But you're going to start seeing this. And that's why we wanted to put this webinar together today to teach our specific tribe. Because many of you guys know we also have our academy, and many of them have their own individual businesses. We're going to show them exactly how to do it for their personal business and how to leverage our academy as well, doing this exact same process. And Bernie, so when we're doing these ads for our video targeting, we've been getting less than 1 cent views on these videos, right?
Yeah, we've been getting like 1 cent. It's hard to know if it's less. Now there are some. It's not too hard to get 1 cent leads because they do register it as if somebody watches 3 seconds of your video, that means that it's a view. So sometimes it's like, is that truly a view? But Rhonda's been saying this from day one. You need to do video, shoot video of you talking, shoot video of your business. Facebook is coming out with something really soon. I know it's available with some ad accounts, not all ad accounts right now, but what you're going to be able to do, it should be out in the next week or two, you are going to be able to target specific video views. You're going to be able to target if people have watched at least 50% of it. You're going to be able to target if they've watched 25% of it, if they've watched 75%. It gives you all these different options for specific videos that you've posted even organically on your page. And this is going to be really incredible to test. I'm excited about testing that because you're talking to people that have seen your stuff already, which is awesome.
This is big. So I want to repeat what Bernie just said. Is that within Facebook, guys, when you're looking at an ad, and let's say you're in your Facebook page and you're able to see, because we can see what our video views are, is a video view is counted the first 3 seconds. Then what they do is we measure also then at 85%. Currently, right now, right, Bernie? Right now, it's measured from 3 seconds, shows the view, and then you can also target those that have watched it for 85% of your video. So what we're going to do with you guys inside of our private workshop is not only show you how to capture the information from the videos of the 3-second, but then to create a custom audience based on those that have watched 85%. Now, as you can assume, that is the audience that you want to target. Those are the ones that have watched your video more. They really want more information from you, and we're going to be able to then really heavily target that specific audience that's watched most of your video. Now, what Bernie's to share with you, that's not quite out yet, though, right, Bernie? That's coming out for very soon. We don't have access.
Facebook is currently rolling it out. So rolling it out means, well, you know, with Facebook Live,
Yes.
rolling it out is who knows when you're going to get it. I have it available on one of my accounts and not on another account. So who knows how they're doing it, but that is, it should be out very soon, which should be really good. Now, just to talk about these pixels again for a little bit more, just imagine having your sales funnel, and you've got your landing page, and then you've got a confirmation page, and then you have maybe an upsell, and then you take these people through this process. Now imagine you could track the people that just went to your landing page and left. You could keep targeting those people with your landing page and giving them value and trying to bring them back to the landing page. But then imagine being able to target the people that confirmed or they opted in. Now you could serve them different ads and try to move them to the next part of your funnel and maybe give them an upsell and just kind of continue the process. The options are endless when it comes to the tracking pixel, and that is a huge part of the workshop that we're going to be doing, because it'll save you tons of money in the long run when it comes to your click-through rates and conversions.
Yeah, this is huge, guys. I mean, obviously this workshop is really kind of good to give you guys an overview. But once we go inside and really start digging a little bit deeper, you're going to be able to really focus and target on your specific ads. Like our mission is, of course, we always want to add value to everyone, but more importantly, we want to really help you guys get results. That's what we're about. And so why don't we do this, Bernie? Let's answer a few questions. I know a lot of people have some questions, and then what we're going to do, guys, is I'll share with you what we're going to be offering. This was a private workshop that we actually were running for our tribe. And several people are in different time zones. So what we decided to do is be able to offer to you guys, the public, to be able to join us inside of the workshop. Let's see if we can actually play this. This is a fun video. I know Inge's in our group. I want to play this video for you guys because I've been recently working directly with Inge and Tom, and many of you guys that are in our tribe. They own a villa here in Bali, and they were having a lot of trouble with not only, not necessarily trouble, but it was a competitive market, and they weren't necessarily targeting the right people. So we've been working really deeply on, who is their specific targeted audience. Now, initially, Inge thought it was, just all people that wanted to come and visit Bali. We started to talk, who is your audience? Like, who do you really want to come and rent from you in your villa? And I started talking about not only the income levels, but also the regions that they were coming from, areas that they may be searching for on Facebook or on Google to come and visit Bali, whether it's a specific villa, let's say in a region of Bali, and they had specific needs. Now, instead of her just saying, hey, we're going and targeting all people that want to just visit Bali, we started looking at what is her uniqueness. What is the uniqueness that their business has, that their villa offers? And it was, she's offering holistic, raw foods, vegan foods, based on an Ayurvedic menu, right? Very, very specific. Now, there also offers yoga, meditation. Their villa is up in North Bali, so it's got a specific geographic area. But we started really looking at what specific things can you offer that people are looking for. And when we started to target this, she then began using the training that Bernie offered inside of our academy, how to specifically target these ads. And they not only now have doubled their rental rates per night, because they realized the audience that she was targeting actually has more money to spend. right? You got to think about that. Bernie talked about custom audiences earlier, how to, your audience insights. They were undercutting what their villa's worth and value was, because the people that wanted to go there are let's say in Singapore, they make well over $100,000 a year. They're willing to spend $300 a night. They want all-inclusive. They want vegan foods. They want yoga instruction, and they want adventure tours. So we not only helped Inge start from what their base rate was in their villa, but begin to add in Ascension, which is, you know, adding in special bundled offers. But how she got those people, she started to narrow, laser beam, target them. And then we started to do what I like to call, we just recently talked about this, hijacking another audience, right? Which is Ubud, which is a very popular place here in Bali. Ubud, it's in the center of the island. And that type of group that her villa offers in North Bali, which is very close to the sea, that same audience is in Ubud also. They do exactly what her rental and her villa offers. So we said, let's place an ad called the Ubud over the sea. Completely different headline, a completely different target, but that's the exact audience. They're like, I want to go to Ubud because I want to get holistic foods. I want that spirituality. I want that yoga. But wow, if I could have an Ubud over the sea. So now Inge is actually really able to physically target, lasering target, and her rental rates went up. Her reservations continue to go up. I'm going to share this video. Let's see if we can hear it, because it's really powerful. And she just shot it for us this weekend. So I'm like, let's just show it to these guys. And of course, many of you guys know who Inge is, so she'll, let's see if it'll play. Okay, you guys can't hear it, I take it. Could you not hear it? No.
No.
All right. Well, anyways, I shared with you guys something's going on with my player. But at any rate, so this, and of course, if Inge was here, we would have her join us. She's actually on the line today. She can share with you guys what happened. But it's powerful, guys, and this is why Bernie and I decided to do this workshop. This is what the stuff that we love. It's looking at your business. And really getting in it. This is like we want to touch and feel your business. A lot of you have probably spent a ton of money on different programs, products, and these, you know, recorded workshops. The difference is, and the problem with that, guys, is that Facebook changes overnight. Literally, Bernie, you just did that work that you did like an 8-point training inside of our academy, and probably some of it's irrelevant. You have to consistently be changing, so you've got to be able to work, and that's why our tribe is so connected, because inside we're like, okay, what are your questions, what are your problems you've got, and we're answering it, because what happens is things change so quickly on Facebook and social media that you have to do these workshops consistently, or you've got to be able to work with someone that's willing to give you updates and upgrades consistently. And what we decided to do is take a look at what your business is, know exactly what is your business, what are the pages, what are your audiences, and really help you guys define it. And that's what we did with Inge and Tom, and now they're joining us in the workshop because she wants to get even deeper. So let me, why don't we do this, Bernie, right now. Let's take some questions. I know there's some specific questions people have that are here, and we're going to end here, guys, in 12 minutes. And the next 12 minutes are going to be extremely vital to not only not only to your business success, but your ad success if you want to use Facebook. And then I'm going to share with you guys the last 5 spots that we have open in our workshop. Stick around for it. We do have some special things we're going to offer for you guys. Whether you want to join us or not, it's worth listening to what we're going to be doing, because I feel that you're going to have a lot of value from just sticking around. So let's do this, Bern. Let's take a look at some of the questions that you guys may have. I know specifically, Inge, you had asked about scheduling. You on your page, you should be able to schedule. You should be able to go to the blue Publish button and actually schedule your post. It says you can either schedule, you can backdate, or you can save a draft. You should have that on your page. If you don't, we can talk more privately about that. But Bernie, there would be no reason why someone would not have the schedule on their page, right?
No, it should be there when you click on your status, like update where you type down where it is like add a photo, go live. There should be a little thing that gives you that option. Yeah. Now, sorry, you cut out for a bit.
It's okay. We're good. I just know that it's causing echo, I think.
Yeah, it should be there, but I can double check that to see if there is something. Because I know there are some options in Facebook when you go to that you have to activate, and one of them is targeting organically who you want, because your ad it'll reach 5 to 15% of people, and that you can decide who you want to see that. Where you want that organic traffic to come from, and that's something you need to activate in order for you to see it.
Okay, awesome. That's going to be something fun we'll dig into. Okay, so let's get some of these questions answered, guys. Awesome. We've got lots of comments, Bernie. Really great value today. And this is something, guys, this is what we do. We come for pure value, always to really help you guys. Okay, is this not the workshop that we... No, yeah, no, Di's asking, oh, is this the workshop? No, this is just a extra value class, Di. Di will be joining us, of course, in the master's class. All right. Okay, so great question, Di. She's asking, does the pixel code go onto my website and my ClickFunnels page? Yes, every single page. Bernie, you can dig deeper into that one for Di, but the absolute question is yes.
Yes, every single website, every little page that you make. So here's the thing that most people don't understand is you have one ad account. So you might have 10 different pages. They're all linked to your personal profile, and your personal profile is linked to an ad account. And that ad account only has one tracking pixel. It's not a different one for different websites. You put the exact same code on each and every little page, and then we get into setting up the actual custom audiences in Power Editor, which we won't get into right now because that is very in-depth.
And we'll go deeply into that, guys. We're going to go step by step. That's why we're only allowing 20 people into this workshop, because our mission for this one, guys, specifically is, as you all know, it's all about results, right, period. We want to say, okay, this is what Bernie and I did for 20 people, and we want to show results, period. And so we've got a lot of big things that we're launching. Bernie's launching a new product, and we were going to be adding a lot of new things into our academy. So we want you guys to have results. And a lot of workshop people will take, they'll take 50, 100 just so they can do a listen shop. Well, we don't do listen shops, we do actual workshops. So if we can't touch your business in our live event, which is coming up in Dubai, we want to touch your business here virtually. And the only way to do that is to make sure that we've got enough fingers. See, there's 10 fingers on my hand, and there's 10 on Bernie's. So that's only 20 people. So each of you get to get massaged by us. All right, so and I know you guys love my wonderful visuals, but that's how it works. Okay, so Heather did ask this one, Bernie. Heather Wilson, she said that on her fan page, she seems to get posts on her personal page as well whenever she posts just on her fan page. I would only assume it's because you're tagging yourself, but would you have another reason why, Bernie, that would happen?
No, I saw that question as well, but yeah, if you're tagging yourself, you'll see it, but I don't know, yeah, I'm not sure why that would happen. So if you're not tagging yourself, then you can send me a message, and I can look into that as well. Because I know you can link your Facebook post to like Twitter, so that if you post on Facebook, it automatically goes to Twitter. But I don't believe you can do that from a page right to your personal profile.
Yeah, the only thing I would assume could happen is if, let's say, there was an image that you posted, and sometimes Facebook automatically knows because you've already tagged your face on an image. If you're making a post with an image and it tagged you, your personal page, that can happen, but we can look deeper into that specific question that you may have. Okay, so Janelle, which is awesome. It's great to have you here, Janelle. Janelle is our ClickFunnels expert inside of our marketplace. You guys know that we actually, in our academy and in our tribe, we have a marketplace, and it's only trusted people that we recommend that not only follow our values but have gotten results for our specific tribe members. So we have a full suite. You don't actually even have to be part of our academy to tap into that marketplace. Todd will make sure that you guys have that link as well. But Janelle, it's great to have you here. Janelle's our ClickFunnels expert. She takes our ideas and turns them into beautiful, gorgeous pages, if I'm reading my head. And most recently we've been doing that because our big, huge, awesome, sexy 3-step funnels coming out for the Freedom-Preneur Academy that we're really excited to share with the tribe. But Janelle, let me answer your question. She would like to know about optimizing the ads that she's been running for a while, Bernie. Is there a big difference between setting up a new audience in an existing ad, or is it better to set up a whole new ad?
Great question. When you start, so the process of creating an ad, it starts with, there's 3 levels to it. There's a campaign, and then there's which is kind of your general, do you want it to do video views or clicks to website? And then there's ad set, and ad set is where you get your target audience and put your budget, and then there's an ad. And your ad is where you put your creative in it. And I think maybe what you're asking is if you want to change the ad itself a little bit, maybe, if you want to tweak your ad. You can do that, but what happens when you tweak your ad is it will reset all of your comments and likes and shares on that post. So if you have a post that has like 10,000 views and you want that to be on there, if you change the ad, the copy, that will start at 0 again. So sometimes it's good to keep that one and just create a new ad. Or just duplicate it. So if you go into ad sets and it has one ad with it, if you duplicate the ad set, it will duplicate the ad as well, if that makes any sense. So yeah, if you're going to be changing it, if you like the views and the comments and everything, I would just say create a new ad.
Awesome. I'll make sure that Janelle, if that answered your question, back to you if you know. Yeah, so Umar said from Pakistan, great to have you here. It's awesome to have someone come all the way from Pakistan. I know we've been connecting with a lot of people in that region lately because of our trip to Dubai. But he owns a travel agency in Pakistan and asking if we can help promote your products. But, yeah, I mean, certainly there's travel agencies and anything that you can market and find an audience, we can get your information in front of them. We could know more specifically about what you do, but feel free to maybe write some specifics down. Bernie, have you worked with any type of travel programs or agencies? Because typically it's about the objective that you want. You have an agency, you want to get more of what you do in front of more people. That's what Facebook is the best at.
Yeah, so I haven't worked directly with any travel agencies, but I would love to, just because there are some really cool targeting options for it. One of them is I'd like to. I don't know if it's not directly related to travel, but if you are in kind of tourism, which a lot of times travel offers certain tourism things while you are away. And I don't know if Patrick is on this call. He's starting a restaurant bar type thing in Dominican right now, and I was just telling him what he can do is he can target that location, but he can target just people that are traveling, just people that live at least 500 kilometers away from that location or something. So the only people that will see the ad are people that are traveling, and this ad can show up when they're traveling, being like, hey, looking for this awesome pub to or I noticed you're from out of town, you should check out this new place or whatever. You could target Canadians that are in that area and say a bar that's owned by Canadians and little things like that. So when it comes to tourism, there's a lot of things that you can use for targeting.
Awesome. All right, cool. So guys, we've got 2 minutes left before we're going to close the doors, but there are, I think we got most of the questions answered. Looks like, let me take a look here. Yeah, hopefully that answered your question, Umar. That, really, I think travel is one of the best audiences that we can start targeting, because especially the travel agency, you can really narrow down exactly who you're looking to connect with. And because like a lot of people are on the make money market, and you have to really understand how to get targeted. And I think especially in travel and in regions, you can really target people that you want to bring into certain regions. So we're excited to be able to share with you guys some of that. You can learn more about what we're going to do in just a minute, 'cause I'm going to show you guys. Okay, let me make sure you guys are good to go. Okay, cool. So this is what we're up to, guys. We Bernie and I are going to be hosting a very private workshop. Now, again, we mentioned to you earlier that this is only for 20 people. Now, we did this because this is specifically for our tribe. We typically do these workshops, and our tribe gets really great pricing for anything that we do. And we have a couple people that are on the other side of the world, so they're unable to go at the time zone that we're hosting. So 6 spots opened up. This is what we're up to, so you guys can get an idea. It's going to be a 4-week workshop. This Thursday, we're going to have a kind of a prelude, prepare you guys. We're going to get what are the websites you're marketing, what are the audiences that you're targeting, what is the niches that you are already looking to target, and so that we can already in advance get an idea of what you're up to, what your business is about. So when we begin on the 21st of June, which is a Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to already understand what you're doing so that we can begin kind of going through start to finish of what you need to do to start targeting your specific audiences using Facebook to do it. Each session will be about 2 hours. So right now that's about 8 hours worth of personal coaching from myself and from Bernie. As many of you guys know, I really like to work on your messaging, your brand, how you deliver your message in the best way. Some people may have a page on Facebook and I'm going to look at it and go, whoa, we need to change that, right? So that you can connect with that audience that you want to work with. And so we'll be doing a lot of personal work, not only on your brand, on your pages, and on your messaging, but then we're going to start really helping you guys target into your Facebook ad. So that's 8 hours from Bernie and I that you'll be able to connect with. 20 of you guys will be limited to only 20 people. 6 spots are open, and of course you're going to get all your personal questions answered. Those of you guys that are in our tribe know that you get 60% off anything we do if you're part of our tribe and our academy. Most of our members got it for $395, which is ridiculous, but that's what we do. We do that for our people. So if you want to join our tribe, you guys can go, hey, wait, let me sneak in and get in to join you guys because you want to be part of it. But by joining this workshop, that's going to allow you to get your first entry into not only the Freedom-Preneur Tribe. It'll give you 30 days access to our academy. And then you guys, the offer today is $997 for the 4-week workshop. But we do have, because there's only 6 spots open, that we said, you know what, why don't we just do it this way? Why don't we just give you guys the opportunity to join as long as you register today for $697 for the first 5. That means that last 6, you're going to get it for $997. I'm kidding. We're going to give you, all of you guys, because we filled the spots today. Every one of you guys will get it for $697. We're not here to oversell you guys. This is just what it is. I don't think you're going to probably ever find 2 experts that are willing to actually turn your business on. So what I look at it this way. Whenever I invest in businesses or in education, I say, all right, what am I going to make from this? I'm not just coming here to learn. I'm not just coming here to grab a book, and I don't read books, and I don't take courses, and I don't go to events just to take knowledge into my brain and not turn it into a return on investment. So what I'm asking for you guys to do is, if you're willing to and you would like for us to help you, what is going to be the return on your investment? You've got to have a product to sell. You've got to have an offer to make to someone so that we can turn that into a profit for you. We are not here to just take money and do a listen shop only. Of course, you can join us if you want to learn and if you want to take in more education, but we really want to do this so that you can turn it into a profit. And so that's why we're making this very digestible for you. If some of you need a split payment, you can send a personal message to Todd, our right-hand man here inside of the academy, and say, you know what, I kind of need a 50-50 split payment, and we can make that happen for you. And so this is what is going to, again, it's going to be 8 hours, 2-hour sessions each. We have a private Facebook group just specifically for this workshop, and 20 of you guys are going to be able to work with us and get your questions answered. What's going to take place is this. We've got a few things that you're going to do. You're going to get. We're going to give you a lot of downloadable material that you're going to actually be able to use. So you'll have cheat sheets. We've got our Facebook ad, Cracking the Code, which walks you through exact steps to place ads. I've just most recently created a personal branding and a social media cheat sheet, things that you need to do to prepare yourself on social media. You'll get access to all of this material, but more importantly, guys, you will get access to our 30-day free access to our academy, which will allow you to get inside and learn from not only start to finish of mindset all the way to not only using Facebook, but Instagram, YouTube, sales funnels, email marketing, and then you get access to our full marketplace, which is where you get references to all of our community and experts in the craft of done-for-you services. I know a lot of people are like, man, I just don't want to do it myself. I need it done for me, and we do have access to do that for you guys. But what you'll notice if you guys are on the page now is you will see there's a big blue button that says register now. That's going to take you guys on over to the registration page that will allow you to grab your spot. It will lock up after the 20 people, 20 spots are full. So if you guys are registering, just know that you'll get access, immediate access. Todd will bring you into the private Facebook group. You'll get a a reply that says, okay, you're in. And then what you'll also do is get we'll start giving you guys some resources to prepare you for the next week's workshop. Again, this Thursday we'll meet very briefly, so we know we'll have a form for you to fill out, so we know exactly what your targeting is, what your industry is, and your specific needs, so that we can come prepared for you. We will come with an agenda, but you will have, this will be specifically targeted to you. So those of you that are ready and prepared and come with questions, your business will get turned on at that specific workshop. All right, cool. So good question. Darvini asked, is the $697 for tribe members? Darvini, we had a $497. The $397 offer was the tribe, for the internal tribe, was before this specific webinar. But Darvini, just talk to Todd. He'll make sure that you get the $397 because you're already part of the tribe. You may have just missed that promo. But Alexis, I want to answer this question of you, lovely lady. Once the ad is set in place, do you recommend directing the audience to an opt-in page or an actual business website? I know Bernie's going to jump on out here, Alexis, but our point is always to grab a lead. You always want to get that email, because about 70% of people that go to your pages are probably not going to take action right away. So that's why this process is about grabbing that lead, allowing them to see your information. But most of your work is going to be done in the back end, meaning in those emails, in that connection you make with them. Bernie, go out and give your advice, but I absolutely would say we need to make sure you get an opt-in page first.
Yes, the only time that you wouldn't send them to an opt-in page is if you have a really solid Facebook marketing strategy set up, where you were sending them to a blog instead to give them value, and you were tracking people with a pixel that are going to that blog post, and then you're targeting them with an ad that sends them straight to an opt-in. But yeah, so if you're not doing that whole tracking thing, then yes, you need to be gathering their email.
And you know, it's cool too, Bernie, I know that inside the workshop we are going to be, because this is more obviously advanced stuff, is we're going to be talking about lead ads, which is allows you guys to not have to even ask for that email. It's a very targeted lead ad where they hit, I want more information. It immediately grabs their info and then will direct them to your business page. So it takes out the opt-in, right? Because I know, especially in online marketing, Bernie, everyone's kind of sick of these, give me the opt-in page, I got to grab the opt-in page. If they're, if people are used to seeing online marketing ads, but lead ads allows you to take it a step further and be very specific and targeted. And again, Bernie said it's really about having a strategy in place, knowing that what you're offering converts, and that you can see who's going to that offer, how many people are seeing it, and how many people are accepting that offer, so we can look at the dollars that you're spending, the conversions you're having, so that we know what you're paying per lead, right, or per acquisition for that customer. We can really take those measurements. So that's something we'll dig deeply in, but it's very difficult to get to this stuff in a really generic webinar. But that's something that you'll be able to learn more about, Alexis, too. I hope that answered your specific question. All right, let's see if we got any more questions here, guys. All right, a lot of really happy people today, Bernie. Great stuff. I always love.
Question from Inge about Google Chrome, why you should use it, so it doesn't crash like it happened for me, but no. Power Editor. Power Editor is like Ads Manager, but on steroids. It has so many more options, and Power Editor only works with Chrome. It doesn't work with any other browser, so that is why we use Chrome.
simple and easy answer. I know too that Inge and Tom are really excited to do some really specific targeting with you for their villa. And also, guys, I do want to obviously thank everyone for being here and giving your time and trusting in us to assist you in building your business. That is our mission and our promise. It is never to oversell, it's always to over deliver. Oh, my lovely girl Hanalei just gave me a beautiful flower that she made for me. See, this is what it's about being a freedompreneur, guys. Hi, Hanalei. Say hi to Bernie. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to the tribe. Hanalei knows a lot of you guys. Look at this beautiful piece of artwork she did. But that's the luxuries, guys, about being and working from anywhere in the world and in your office, in your bedroom, here in Bali, or anywhere in the world. That's what we want to help you guys do, is to be able to take whatever you may have and bring it online. You know, some of you guys may have jobs, you may have businesses, but if we can help you productize yourself and turn more of what you do into automation, this is the ultimate lifestyle, guys, is understanding, okay, I've got a product, I have an offer, how can I put it on social media, but then also create a sales funnel, right, that allows it to be more automated. And that's something we like to do inside of the Freedom-Preneur Academy and inside of our private live events and workshops to help you guys automate what you're doing, because with automation creates freedom, right, and more structure gives us freedom and allows me to allow all of you guys to register, allow people to go directly into our sales funnels, and I don't even have to actually talk to them until they get started. So there's some fun things that we're going to be releasing to you guys that are in the tribe, especially those that are joining us, is that our Freedom-Preneur movement is ready to go on massive steroids. The 2-month in the works sales funnel that has 3 different tiers of automation, bringing people all the way through what we do, how we do it, is going to be launched. And so for those of you guys that are joining us, you're going to be able to not only place an ad to this specific funnel, but we're also going to allow you guys to be part of the test pilot of really showing you how this new funnel is working. We're converting right now at about 62% with cold traffic with this specific funnel, and we've got 3 tiers, $7, $37, $67, all the way into our higher ticket offers and our live events. So if you guys are in the tribe, you're going to be able to not only build your personal passions and your personal businesses, but also be able to market for the Freedom-Preneur Academy. And we're going to allow this first group to be the live test pilots to run traffic, and you guys can see it all happening in live and in color. So super exciting stuff coming out of the Freedom-Preneur tribe, the unstoppable campus here, and we're really pumped to have you guys there. So don't forget, join us. Make sure you get access. You'll have access to this call and this offer for the next 24 hours, okay? Because of our time zones, we allow everyone to have a full 24 hours to not only watch this in the recording, so if you're here watching the recording, make sure you grab a spot. If it doesn't let you, then you're locked out because we filled them already. And send a message directly to Todd Swan, and he'll put you on the waiting list for the next workshop. And if you have any more questions, guys, we'll be answering those questions inside of the private workshop. But we're really excited to have you guys. Bernie, thank you as always for your knowledge, your expertise. I always like to say, guys, just so you guys know, I don't know everything, and I certainly don't ever claim it. So if someone claims that they know everything, start looking around for other people that are willing to bring on experts in their craft. I know a lot about a lot, or a little about a lot, but I only really focus on what I know the most. And I bring into our tribe, we've got experts in all areas in social media and business building, and Bernie is the tribe expert, and he has helped endless amount of not only businesses, small businesses, personal brands build themselves into Facebook, and this is what we're here for, guys. So we're excited to work with you. Make sure you register. Let us know when you do join. Take a picture and say, yeah, I'm going to be joining us at the next Freedom-Preneur workshop, and we'll make sure that you guys get inside of the Facebook group, introduce yourself in there. Our tribe is incredible. Any questions you guys have, they're there to answer for you 24/7, because we got people all over the clock. So Bernie, thanks again, buddy. Great to see you. I'm excited to see you. And just know that our next event is going to be in Dubai, October 30th through November 5th, and we'll be releasing that very, very soon to all of you. We're excited to share it with you guys. So have a great one, everyone, and be unstoppable. Cheers, guys.